You know, it's crazy how in this world, like, everybody's like, I just want the truth, right? People just want the truth, right? And I think that they're getting the truth. But they will gladly eat up lies and deception more easily than they will take the truth. I was I was getting my puppy food the other night, and my mom was watching this show called Young Sheldon. I don't know if you know anything about the Big Bang Theory, but it's a spinoff of Sheldon, who's very much so autistic as a child. And there was this guy talking, I don't even know who he was, but he was all kinds of upset, and Sheldon's mom was talking to him. And she was like, why are you mad at Sheldon? And you blew up at him and this and that. And then he said, I feel really bad. He said, I'm not even mad at Sheldon. He said, I'm 58 years old. And I've been doing my work for my whole life. And he was like a physicist or something like that. Sheldon's really, really smart. So anyways, he basically just said it how it was, young Sheldon. That's what I'm getting from it. That, you know, this is how he sees it. This is how it is. That's, you know, and when you're autistic, you have a tendency just to say things how they are. No filter or anything because, like, you're just trying to get your point across, and communication is not very easy. I could tell you something. So the guy goes, I'm not mad at Sheldon. I'm mad at myself. You see, I went my whole life believing these things, and I should have caught this earlier. I should have realized. I should have known better. And so when I blew up, I was actually just really mad because he shook up my whole life, my whole world. I've been viewing it this way for all of my life. And furthermore, I should have caught it earlier. And so I blew up at him, but actually, I'm just upset with myself. And I'm upset with the fact that the way that I was viewing things wasn't right, and he was so right. And that's been my life. Um, like, I've just said it how it is, and I don't like lying, and I don't like liars, and I don't sugarcoat things, and I often come out with things that will completely obliterate people's belief systems and customs and way of thinking, and they can either like go back into their hole and stick their head in and get mad, or they can accept it. I think eventually they do, or they just stay mad at me for forever just because they don't want to admit it to themselves. But that's, it's crazy in this world how um, people are like, oh, I just want the truth, this and that. I hate liars and blah, blah, blah. But then when they're faced with facts and a different way of thinking and enlightenment upon whatever it is, they have a tendency to have such an adverse reaction. One of the biggest freeing things in my life was probably about 6, 7 years ago now, when I realized that I'm just a mirror, and everyone can be a mirror. Um, Someone like me is more of a mirror. I've been accused and yelled at and just all kinds of shit of things, and I've always wondered why, like, I was getting attacked even as a child, like with teachers and babysitters and family members and friends and anybody really just get like this blow up at me. And people would be like, you can't say that, or that's not okay, or it's not right to say things like that, or whatever. But the truth of the matter is, they just didn't want to hear it, or just being me, like not even saying anything. I have a tendency to be this mirror for people. Um, it's a blessing and a curse because I'm helping people realize things, but often they think it's me that they're seeing. They're not realizing that all this stuff that they're putting on me is actually them. When they're speaking to me and they're saying all these things, I'm like, oh, wow, you've got all this going on. Um, but they don't realize it. They're just putting it on me, and they oftentimes won't ever admit that that's actually what's going on with them. And they don't know me whatsoever. Uh, but it's interesting, this world, how it works. You turn on the news and it's all bullshit. It's lies, it's deception. It's how these companies and governments like make money, and then you get some people out coming out with like the truth, and they're the crazy ones and they're the liars and it's all bullshit. Um but it's not. It's just people not wanting to admit to the truth. Furthermore, not wanting to admit that they've been lied to and fell for it. And, if that's the case, then oh my God, there's a bigger problem here because, you know, why are they being lied to? And that kind of like admits that there was fault, that they are vulnerable now, and just all sorts comes out of that. Anyways, it's early and I'm tired and I'm just blabbing on, but it's funny, you know. A lot of times I'll just keep my mouth shut these days, even if I see that I need to tell somebody something, just because I'm sick of it. I'll just pull away. Unless I am absolutely being called to say something. Because sometimes people just aren't ready to hear the truth. Like, if I get somebody in my face accusing me of all kinds of shit and I were to go, projection much? I'm gonna get knocked the fuck out by some of these people. Or at least attacked, and then I'm gonna have to return the favor. And I don't really want to do that. So, to those of you who are like me, who are honest and don't like lies and deception, and it actually legitimately makes you sick and like upsets you, and you just want to scream, and have been unfairly attacked your whole lives by everyone, just know it's not you. And the truth will be, it's gonna come out eventually. People eventually see, and if they don't, well, being reincarnated next lifetime is gonna be fun because you're gonna relive the whole same fucking thing, and I hope you can learn the lesson next lifetime.